Europe, our home, a continent, a territory shaped by geography, history, and especially people. My territory is diverse. It has small places.
Germany, together with France and Portugal, launched recently a Territorial Agenda 2030 pilot action. It includes many small and rural municipalities with less than 500 inhabitants showing structural weakness and demographic decline. ESPON supported the partnership building by activating ESPON networks and helped us fill knowledge gaps with territorial evidence in the form of good practices and policy recommendations from previous projects.
My territory has islands.
Quality of life on the European islands depends on their proximity to the mainland, their geography, their size, the local economy, the services and facilities they offer, but also their vision of development. 3 A's define the life on the island: accessibility, attractiveness, and adaptability. ESPON studies pinpoint those A's and support islands to implement the European macro-regional strategies, which are designed, among other strategies and European initiatives, to reduce disparities among European regions within the European space.
My territory has rural areas.
Through the Portuguese presidency, we have plunged into a joint venture with ESPON. Together, we have gathered territorial evidence and policy advice, bringing the territorial agenda into the political debate on the future of rural areas. Our policy brief shows the positive impacts of a public policy framework anchored in the territory. We believe that the territory must be at the core of public policies. This is the way into the future.
My territory has mountains.
Central Europe is geographically and in many ways economically at the heart of Europe, but there are also structural differences between urban, industrialized and peripheral areas. As shown in the ESPON Sea Flows study, peripheral areas are not as closely linked to economic flows as others. They face also common challenges of demographic change or limited accessibility. Cooperation is central to ensure that no region is left behind.
My territory must connect these places.
We definitely have to improve transport infrastructures and need spatial planning to address these challenges. For example, tunnels in cities, in order to get dedicated high-speed train routes. The ESPON analysis ties prove the urgency of this and other policy measures and provides concrete roadmaps for the implementation.
It must offer quality services even to the remotest areas.
COVID crisis turned digital transition from a catchphrase to a daily reality. It is in ESPON's DNA to bring out intelligent ways to tackle territorial challenges and prevent new digital divides. ESPON projects like Digister, Digiplan, and many more provide concrete examples of how well-designed digital innovations can very tangibly improve access to public services and step up efficiency, transparency, and interactivity of administration.
It must conserve the natural environment.
Natural and semi-natural areas are key for good quality of life. ESPON Greta project helped us highlight the need to include green systems in spatial planning equally to other systems like settlement or transport. This would allow us to meet the diverse needs of society and to achieve socially acceptable balance between protection and development in the long term.
It must support sustainable local economies.
Industrial activities are part of the future for sustainable urban areas. We need local suppliers to deliver, to repair, and to provide many of the material things that we use and consume. Without local industries, jobs will be lost and transport burdens will grow. So our task is to find effective ways to encourage industry to thrive in our cities.
To achieve this, we must plan for our territories.
Super Project helped deepen our understanding about how urbanization processes shape and form our environment on the EU level. By analyzing various instruments and tools for sustainable land use practices, we can better prepare for the future challenges as well as access valuable evidence to facilitate dialogue on sustainable urbanization and communicate it to decision makers and the public at large.
We must plan for our cities.
The project ESPON Metro strongly recommends that metropolitan authorities should be involved more in the EU cohesion policy programming. Their added value is significant as they face several challenges at the metropolitan level, such as housing, transport, management of environmental resources. An example is the integrated territorial investments, which allow metropolitan areas to enhance absorption of EU cohesion funds and effectively coordinate the development of metropolitan areas.
We must work with our neighbours.
Looking at the experience gained through the ESPON cross-border public service project, we will need a strong multi-level coordination across borders to improve the offered services and remove major obstacles. Planners, politicians and citizens should be engaged to make this possible, starting by analyzing relevant regulations at the European, national or subnational level, and then adjusting and adapting these rules to the reality of cross-border spaces and citizens.
We must learn from each other.
Poland and Germany developed a joint planning and spatial vision for the future of their cross-border and interaction area across both sides of the river Odra and Neisse. The peer learning workshop that we organized together with the support of ESPON fed the discussion with expertise gained by European regions and inspired a roadmap for the implementation of the agreed common plans.
And we must make the best use of EU resources.
I often observe that people perceive access to EU money as granted, partly because they contribute to the EU budget and feel entitled to get something back. Wrong perception. And here comes the role of ESPON, through their territorial approach and way of acting, to spread the sense of community and belonging as a key to widen the access to EU money.
This is my territory.
Territoriality.
Guarantee.
Future.
Evidence.
Knowledge.
Inspirational.
Partner. Evidence.
Connection.
Expertise.
Innovation.
Partner.
Cooperation.
This is ESPON.